Jermaine Thompson said, what are your thoughts on Stephen A. Smith, specifically his political commentary? He seems to be aligning more and more with the right. I think I've heard you mention he was a friend of yours. First, shout out to Stephen A. Smith. He's about to sign a huge contract over at ESPN, and he deserves it. That network makes so much money on his back. I don't think there's a check. There's no bag big enough to be too much for what Stephen deserves. That's first. Yeah, I don't know if I think Stephen A. Smith is moving more and more to the right. I remember doing TV with Stephen when I was still at Fox News over a decade ago, maybe closer to 15 years ago or something like that, and maybe 13 years. And I got to tell you, he's the same guy. You might not like what Stephen A. Smith says. You may not agree with what Stephen A. Smith said, but he believes it, and he only speaks truth. He doesn't do the fake takes for clicks thing. No rage put baby is what I'm talking about. He speaks up and speaks out. And I disagree with him on lots of stuff. I think that what he calls kind of good old-fashioned common sense centrism actually smuggles in a whole other ideology that I think people miss. But at the end of the day, there's nobody better in the media world than Stephen A. Smith. And while politics, he wouldn't be at the top of the political list, he can certainly hold his own. And God forbid he gets anything. Anyway, just the sky's the limit for Stephen A. Smith. Shout out to him, my brother. Love you, brother. He'd be wrong his two left shoes on some of that political shit, though. But that's another conversation for another time.